My name's Tracey and I've been riding for about 41 years. I was going out with a guy that rode bikes and I was on the back, didn't like that anymore. So at 17, got my licence before my car licence. A little CB 250 RS, little Honda, was my first bike, and I had that for probably 12 months. And then from there, I bought a brand new GPZ 550. I was so excited. I can still see my dad's face. Don't you ever bring a bike in this house? And then I brought one home, of course. It was the CB 250 RS. And he was sort of like, I told you, you don't bring that bike. No bikes in this house, you're not to ride a bike. What was it again? How big is it? You know. So he was sort of interested, but he wasn't allowed to be interested because he'd already told me no. Currently I've got the S2R 1000 Ducati. I've had that since new in 2007. It is such a fun bike. I've had it on the track and it is awesome. Prefer it over my track bike, to be honest. But yeah, it's a really fun bike to ride. (2007) S2R 1000. It comes with a little bikini fairing, but we've taken that off. Just starting to do a few little mods on it. It's pretty much stock standard, bar the pipe. My husband put the pipe on before I got it. My little bit of a surprise bike it was. Found it in the garage one day. But yeah, it's pretty much stock standard. There's not a lot being done. Open clutch, cover, so we get that nice rattle. Can't have a Ducati without a rattle. Otherwise it's not a Ducati. It's really responsive, sounds cool, I think. You can do so many different things with it. You can pack it up with bags and things like that and go away on a long trip. Again, you're comfortable. Prior to that I had a GSXR 600, so you'll fold it up on it. Shoulders would hurt, arms would hurt, all those sorts of things. But this has just been great, and on the track, it is so quick, so much confidence in the braking. You can brake so late on it and just, you know, that's where you get your positions up really. That's where you get your speed up, is being able to just take those corners or brake a bit later. I've had the GXX for 2 years. It's not as light, it's not as nimble. It's definitely very quick down the straight and things like that. So you're picking up your speed and your times in a lot of different areas than what you are. I just feel more confident on the Ducati. It just really suits me. As much as I like the GSXR, it's just that adrenaline. It's just that freedom. You've got no worries I don't worry about anyone else around me. I don't worry about anyone behind me. That's up to them to sort out. It's not up to me. I just worry about who's in front of me. I'm very much cautious if I've got a rider in front of me. It's track day. I'll sit back and have a look at how they go, where they're going to go, what lines they're taking, whether they do the big sweeper. Then I know that I can go underneath them at a certain point. I don't try and push it the whole time. I don't time myself or anything like that. It's all on the feel. If I come in and I feel like it's been fun, perfect. People say I'm a very smooth rider, but yeah, just a casual rider, not epic, you know, up the tails of people and that sort of stuff. Yeah, just for fun. It's got to be fun. There's no point riding at full pelt everywhere you go and not enjoying it, unless you're on the track. When I first started riding, I knew of maybe one or two other girls, and that was going away on bike rallies every weekend. There was no female riders. In some situations, I copped a lot of stick about it, derogatory comments, stupid stuff like that. You just needed to have a thick skin. And it still unfortunately raises its head every now and then. You know, the guy realised they've just been overtaken by a girl and, oh my God, I'll do anything to get past her again because the boys will give me stick when I get back in. But on a whole, the group of people that I have ridden with for a long time are the most amazing bunch of people. I've been on rides where I've been the only girl with 21 blokes. So supportive, and if anyone says anything, I don't have to say anything. There'll be somebody else that'll go, oi, not on. Really, going for a ride anywhere with a group of friends, doesn't matter where you go, it's always good fun. And that's probably what I miss about not living in Canberra with all our friends down there anymore, is that we don't get those rides like we used to. But yeah, going on a ride anywhere with a bunch of mates, you can't beat it. It's easy. It'd have to be Isle of Man. I'd love being around in a car, which was very disappointing. But yeah, I'd love to just go for a cruise around it and just see what it's really like. Seeing it on the ground was crazy, but to be on a bike going around it would be pretty special. It's that freedom, that feeling of freedom of you don't think about work, you don't think about hassles, you can't let your mind really wander off into a different direction. You're quite focused on what you're doing at that point in time. So therefore it's freeing of all the daily hassles or whatever's going on in your life. You go for a ride and clear your head. Have to be a Ducati. I would love a Hayward. I would absolutely love a Hayward, but the Desma, I'm really looking forward. I rode it when it was hanging on together before we pulled it apart and came back with the biggest grin. It was a bugger to ride, but it was still fun. Not going to be able to go very quick on it, but it's still fun, yeah. I felt like I was back being sort of 17, 18 again, where you actually have to ride it. You know, you haven't got all this gadgetry to do it for you. I just came back every time with a big grin on my face and thought, this thing is so much fun. Leave your ego at home would be a big one, and just ride within your means. Ride to enjoy it. Don't get sucked into what other people are doing. Just ride within your own means, your abilities, but yeah, leave your ego at home. And you don't need a big, the most powerful bike to enjoy it and love it and have fun. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
So I reckon Tracey's Ducati looks the goods. And now Tegan and I were inspired by Tracey, so check out this video of us and our first time on track.